this presentation, I used the paradigm of social media, Ansari's and Khan's article exploring the role of a social medias in collaborative learning. Research is a fundamental piece of scholastic request process since it helps with the extension of information and figuring out in a worldwide range of fields. In this essay, we will look at how two recent articles in scholarly journals used research strategies and methods. The selected papers represent two qualitative and one quantitative research paradigm and techniques. The goal is to consider what works out positively and what might have been improved in this examination. Slide number 3. Assumptions are made regarding the impact of a social media on the outcome of collaborative learning, and data is collected to test these hypotheses. The article suggests an interpretive approach to philosophical investigation. The writer stressed the importance of comprehending and making sense of pupils' viewpoints and experience with online collaborative learning. This consistent with interpretivism belief, which emphasize the importance of considering several contexts and perspectives in order to understand complicated phenomena. This statement is example of deductive reasoning because the author begin with hypotheses derived from the preceding study and literature. In slide number 4, the mixed methods approach improves the reliabilities of the research since it provides both quantitative information about the student's background and experiences. The creator consolidates subjective and quantitative ways to deal with the get top to bottom comprehensive of web-based entertainment's part in working with the corporate learning. Subjective information is gained by means of inside and out meetings and unconditional overview questions, while quantitative information is acquired through organized studies and factual investigation. This blended technique approach considers the triangulation of discoveries and further investigation of examination subject. Slide number 5, we are going to discuss for a more complete picture of how collaborative learning on a social media platform has changed over the time. The reviews, procedures, and configuration might have been worked on in couple of key regards, although the study acknowledged the significance of context in online collaborative learning. It would have been more beneficial to conduct a more in-depth analysis of how various social media platforms or components of these platforms impact collaborative learning. This is a wide variety of a social media website, each of which has its own design, users base, and instructional content. The outcomes may vary. The specialists likewise recognize that a cross-sectional methodology isn't reasonable for a concentrating on anything as liquid and creating as a friendly me. Conclusion: the purpose of a study is to analyze the experiences of a patients who have undergone conditioning, and this method enable a thorough evaluation of the patient's narrative. This works structures and research method provides several benefits. To begin with, a thorough examination of a patient's responses to signs in providing details about the patient's life outside of their immediate medical concerns. The research technique used in this study is rigorous and transparent. The authors break into the interview, data gathering, and data analyzing in a great deal. This transparency raised the possibility that the study's finding will be taken seriously and that they will be replicated by other researchers.